If a business owes payroll withholding taxes and they remain unpaid, the IRS has a procedure whereby they can assess those taxes against the owners of the company. This is true if it's an LLC or a corporation. The owners aren't automatically responsible for the payroll taxes. However, in what's called a trust fund recovery penalty procedure, the IRS can seek to assess against the owners of the business that portion of the tax that was withheld from the employee's paycheck. That usually constitutes 50 to 60% of the total liability. In addition, they will assess the penalties and the interest against the responsible parties. Now, when a business owes money and they seek to assess the taxes against the owner or owners or responsible parties, managers, or whatever of a business, the IRS has to establish that they had knowledge and that they were willful. That means oftentimes that we have certain businesses where, for example, a small construction business, there's two partners, and one partner is the inside partner taking care of the books and the records and paying the bills, and the other partner is the outside partner. He's out there pounding nails, building houses, doing whatever the company does, and he really doesn't have any knowledge or control over what bills get paid. Well, many times that partner can be deemed not to be responsible and can avoid having the trust fund penalties assessed against him. If the trust fund penalties are assessed against an individual, they will end up owing 50 to 60% of the total tax liability. And the IRS often likes to cast a broad net in order to find as many people responsible as they can. They go through this assessment proceeding to assess the trust fund recovery penalty by issuing a notice which in effect states that they've made efforts to collect from the company. The efforts have not been successful, and they're looking to see who the responsible parties are. People have an opportunity to protest an assessment against them, and if they protest it and are successful, they'll not be held responsible. If they either don't protest it or they're not successful in their protest, then they will be responsible for a portion of the tax that the company owes. The problem with this is they will then start looking to the assets of the owners and their income in order to satisfy the tax liability. If you're in a situation where you owe a trust fund recovery penalty, or you're in a situation where the IRS is seeking to assess one against you, you need legal help, and you need it early in the process rather than late.